painted my tins, and they look terrible. There is some pitting and stuff in these, but that's not the issue. It's just it's spattered all over the place. Bad can of paint. So, and I really don't care for the white against the red so much, which we thought we would think that was kind of cool, but not really. I'll take you around the back and show you. Yeah, even in here, it just doesn't set of hair like so. Even in there, not so much. Car was tan, which that'll all be black because it's covered with the tar boards anyway. Anyway, yeah, just not liking that so much. So I think we're gonna go with a dark gray instead. That's originally what I was gonna do. So let's blast them back up. Looks like a giant spider got to the motor, doesn't it? While we were sandblasting, I did not want dust or anything getting in the motor, so I covered it with a whole box of saran wrap. So I'm taking this off so that we can mess with the valves. I got my rockers back and kind of show you these. They really ground these down. You can see where I don't know if you can see that or not, but they're really, if you look at the side of it, this side over here, they really ground it down so those things will go way back up in. So I'm hoping I don't need any shims, but we're about to find that out. Okay, so for comparison, ball of saran wrap, rocker. That's a lot of saran wrap. Alright, so motor's back to normal, uncovered. So I'm going to play with that geometry on these things, see how this turned out. Wish me luck. I'm all set back up. We shimmed up the rocker shafts so that they're all in line with where they need to be. Now I'm checking my dial indicator here. I'm going to set this on a tripod up and see what I can come up with here. Then you can watch and see what this is. I'm trying to get the total lift, then half lift, and see where I'm at here, so I can get my push rod length. Near as I can tell, I actually need a shorter push rod than stock, which seems a little weird, but yeah, we'll figure that out, I guess. So here we go. So that's saying 4305. So a half, I would be, let's see what, 215 basically. So now we'll take it to 215. And we'll check out our geometry here. Alright, so looking even with the head, we can see that this is lower than up here. So we're going to have to shim this up a little bit to get them even. That's my next thing. So I'll put some shims underneath and redo it. Alright, so what I'm looking at, bring this over here, and seeing if that's parallel with that right here, this and where that's hitting the valve. And that looks right to me, so I'm running with that. Cool. Now we can get our push rods figured out and cut them up. Alright, here's a snapshot of where we're at on the motor so far. Oil cooler's on, alternator stands on. We also set our end play on the crankshaft. That ended up at 0.004, so right in the middle. They say 0.0027 to 0.005 is what the spec is according to the books I have. Anyway, 0.0044545, it was bouncing a little bit there on my digital dial indicator, so I'm figuring 0.004. Anyway, let's keep at it and hopefully we'll get this thing running. Getting the flywheel torqued up was kind of a bear. If I didn't have this, I'd have been screwed. This is a torque multiplier. The little gear goes on the teeth. Anyway, you've probably seen these before, but anyway, this is cool. Alright, I was gonna take and show you how to put all the tins on, but there's a lot better videos than I put out there. So I'm just gonna show you what I've got so far. All the front tins on, the back, shrouds on, alternators on, that's kind of cool. I did have to do a little trimming over here because this doesn't quite fit, just right here. I don't know if you can see that. I've got enough room to sneak a hose on here. This just didn't fit right, so we had to do a little improvisation. So I'm gonna put the pulley on here down on the bottom, see how our clearance is. I'm sure we'll have to do a little bit with that, make sure there's no stuff on it. Hopefully we're not hitting stuff. Anyway, I'm going to keep going and play around for a minute. Alright, we got our carburetors on, our 40 IDFs. Here's our latest dilemma. This bar, I don't know if you can see that, the bar's too long. And in the instructions it says, after not reading them and then finally reading them, that I need to shorten the bar. So we're going to do that and see if we can get this to work. Okay, got it on. Had to shorten that rod by quite a bit, but it is on. On to the next thing. Got to get this linkage figured out right here. The stock ones, or not stock, what they came with, is way different. Well, we're just about ready to get this thing to run. Finally got the carburetors figured out. Got our linkage figured out. Can't get a really wide view here, but everything works. Kind of cool. Still need to put the fuel pump on. Wires, figure out where I'm going to put the coil. There's no room here, so I think I'm going to stick it right there, just so it's out of the way. I got one issue. I bought the wrong fuel line fittings. I need 5/16. I bought some 3/8 because that's all they had with a 3/8 end on it for my fuel pressure regulator, but it won't work. I can't get the hose over. It's 5/16 hose, and I thought I could just push it on, but that ain't gonna work. So we got to do that. But yeah, it's looking pretty good. Now if it'll just run, we'll be happy. When I sandblasted, or my son did, apparently there's a little bit of sand left in the fan thing. So hopefully that'll just kind of blow around and come out, I'm hoping. There can't be much left in there. Anyway, there's progress there. And I think I'm going to take this exhaust off and run the old stuff, because this has just got that real temporary paint on it so it doesn't rust. I don't really want to smoke up the whole neighborhood. So I think I'm going to do that too. I also need to get some gaskets for the heater boxes. So yeah, let's go get those and go trade a fan belt and see what happens.
Oh.
Ready?
Let's go. Ready, everybody?
Stop. Alright, ready, set. Still got gas?
The pressure.
No.
Oh, come out of the gas.
Came out of the gas.
Well, what happened? This started sparking.
Yeah, everything
What did-
started.
These two leads touched.
Oh, okay.
Now wait a sec, before you start it again,
Okay.
give me a weight to put in this so I can hold this thing down.
What I was gonna do is I just gonna prop it up so I could get all the pipes and stuff off of it.
Oh, yeah, see?
Yeah, because I was like,
So we good?
Wait a sec. Can you borrow this?
I've got some hot hose.
We're supposed to run
That is now, you want to hook up that dwell meter?
that.
I mean the timing light?
I did.
That was cool.
Did you get that
should've
off
seen
that
it.
pipe, John?
Yeah. Except for.
That's what I was saying.
Is it off?
Yeah, hook.
Yeah, it's off of it. It's everything's off of
You
it.
have a
That goes positive to positive. And then
It's
negative.
loud.
It's on tack.
It's obnoxious.
okay. Do you want to put the dwell meter on?
It's on.
Timing light,
Let's fire.
because you're way out of whack.
A little bit. I just wanted to run for the can. Then we can play with that.
Okay. So let's see.
Ready, set?
Yep. this right here.
That's where I saw the spark, right there.
You're still leaking, by the way.
Yes?
Yes.
What's up with that?
You know, I would think you probably lost your connection to this guy. Is that the same one?
That come off?
Yeah.
Oh, that's the well heater.
Oh no. You're coming out of this one.
Let's,
No, it's
did that blow my starter thing or what?
that was cool.
I just saw a spark.
Where did you slide over there?
No, right here. Like an arc to something. Oh, you know what? Touch that.
That's loud.
Tighten up.
What exhaust?
What size is it?
That blue one. 8 millimeter.
Here we go.
That's not good. Keep going. Keep going.
Is that moving? It's supposed to move.
It was.
It moved down a little bit.
I'm teasing.
Oh, okay.
Well, that was a lot of work, but the engine's in. I'm just going around doing some small stuff. We put our carburetors back on today over here. You can see the shadow on my finger. I also need to tidy this up over here. That voltage regulator's got to go. I got to get a couple of wiring connectors. What else? Need a bracket for the oil filter. It's just laying in a box down there. The oil lines are all hooked up, but it's just laying there. Like I say, just little stuff. I think I'm going to move my oil gauge. It's right here. It's a little hard to see. It's really not in the way of the distributor, but I can't move it back all the way. I really need to advance it anyway, so I'm not totally worried about that, but that kind of needs to be messed with, just tidied up. Also got to make some little covers for these little things for the preheaters. There is no preheaters on these like there are on the stock thing for the stock manifold. So I'll cover those up. Like I say, housekeeping stuff. We put all new fuel line on it today. Sorry about that. Somebody going by is pretty loud. Just stuff like that. So that's it for this video. Thanks everybody for watching, subscribing, liking and disliking either way. Comments, everything's welcome. If I do something wrong, which I'm sure I've done a couple things wrong, probably a lot, just tell me about it and I'm cool with that. Once again, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one.